here from gogokid. Hey, I just wanted to come on and take a few minutes and go over something that gets asked of me probably every single day, and that is how do I extend the trial lesson? It is red. I can see why people ask this question so often. One, the trial lesson is only 17 slides. And when you take out the beginning slide, that's just some information for the parents about the fact that their child is about to be taking a class and they can take it on the iPad and, just to stay close and listen to their child. And then you take out the goodbye slide. And then really there's two slides that have songs on them. You're down to 13 slides for a 25-minute lesson. So I totally understand why people open up, it is red, and they look at the objective and they see the objective is to learn the word red and to say the sentence, it is red. So you have 25 minutes to teach that. That's a long time for an adult to think about how am I supposed to teach the word red only for 25 minutes? I understand where the frustration and maybe the confusion comes into play. When I began working with gogokid as a trainer, first, when new teachers get hired, they have a training class. So, that training class is just a class to go over the platform. We go over all of the tips and the tricks and how to use all of the tools in the platform. Teachers also will go through a couple of the slides during that training class. So, in the beginning, they were going through the fruits lesson, which I love the fruits lesson. I've taught that lesson many, many times. It is one of my favorites. And then It Is Red was introduced. So we were kind of piloting It Is Red for a while, and I remember thinking, how in the world would you actually teach this to a student? It is so short, there's nothing but the word red. So I completely understand the fears and the anxious feeling of what am I going to do for 25 minutes? But let me tell you, now It Is Red, I have taught It Is Red, I don't even know. I should have looked up many, many times. I have also had It Is Read taught to me over 100 times by new hires. So I know It Is Read very well, and it has really become my absolute favorite lesson with gogokid. So I went from being afraid of It Is Read and thinking, how will I ever teach this? I will never forget the first time I taught It Is Read to an actual student, and I felt like I was pulling teeth. I'll tell you about that in a minute, but so It Is Red is our kindergarten trial level lesson. It is lower than fruits. It is for a student who truly speaks no English or extremely limited English. So the objective is completely relevant for red. It is red. And honestly, I have taught many students this lesson who I couldn't even get red or it is red to come from them. So, here are some of the tips and the tricks and how I extend this lesson. So, again, this is something I see in the Facebook groups. I have people message me all the time and say, oh my gosh, I'm teaching It Is Red tomorrow. What do I do? How do I extend? So, I have shared with many people my own tips, and I thought, why not just make a video and communicate these a little bit better? Okay, so in out of respect of gogokid, I'm not going to share any of their slides or any of their proprietary information. I'm just going to talk about what the slides look like, what is on the slides, and how I personally extend. If you are a gogokid teacher, you can pull up the lesson in your portal and you can follow along with me. Okay? All right. So when you open up It Is Red, the first slide that you have is your introduction. So if you've taught on any kind of an ESL platform before, you know what the introduction slide looks like. It's going to just be, and I will actually post a picture of that. So it's going to just be the It Is Red. It says It Is Red. I'll post a picture in just a second. And you're going to do your introduction at this time. So at this time, I always say, hello, my name is Teacher Mary. And I point to my name. What is your name? Oh, Han Han. Yes, my name is Han Han. You always want to get that sentence as soon as you can. Parents want to hear their students speaking incomplete sentences. Kid wants students to be speaking 60% of the time during a lesson. So I am trying to pull complete sentences from students the moment we start class. Now, do I always get them? Especially on It Is Red kindergarten level trial? Absolutely not. But I'm encouraging those sentences right from the beginning. Now, during the It Is Read trial, I keep any other incidental language to a minimum. I'm probably not going to ask, How are you? I'm probably not going to ask, How old are you? Unless that student could have easily given me their name, which some can, some cannot. So that's kind of my first gauge of a question. If they can spout out their name quickly and then repeat their name in a complete sentence, I am Han Han, or I am, my name is, then I might say, Good, great. Oh, I'm so excited. And then I don't ask, How are you? I say, Are you happy? Yes, I am happy. Because I have found that how are you and how old are you are such similarly sounding questions that it can be very confusing for a child, and sometimes you'll just get a blank stare. Or they'll answer their age, or they'll answer, I'm fine, when you asked, How old are you? Okay, so after we do that brief introduction, I go to the very next slide, which is a song. Now, It Is Read is in an interactive classroom. It's in our new classroom. So you are going to make sure that you're on your mouse click button, and you are going to click the play button, and the song is going to sing for you. During the first round of the song, I let it play. The song is going, What color is it? It is red. And I'm holding up my red objects at this time. What color is it? It is red. I'm dancing. I might be using my microphone. I'm using my TPR. And I'm holding up all kinds of red objects that they're about to see in the lesson. So it is red. Okay, it is red. Da, 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 da. And I'm singing, and then after the song sings through, it goes through 2 times, I'm going to go back and I'm going to go through those words. What color is it? And I'm underlining, what color is it? It is red. I'm trying to engage the student to participate and speak with me, but it is absolutely okay if they do not participate and speak at this time. I just want them to hear the words word by word. I want to underline. I want them to see which word correlates with the sounds that I'm saying. And again, it is absolutely okay if they do not respond. Okay, on to the next lesson. You're going to see 3 dinosaurs that come up on the screen. I always open up the slide and say, Oh, wow. I say wow a lot. What color do you see? What color do you see? Oh, I see red. Now, hopefully by this point, they're going to say red because you just talked about red. You just sang about red. You just introduced some of your red objects. All they've heard, mostly so far, is the word red. They've already heard me say red about 10 times. So I do not want them to say dinosaur. I am not going to introduce the word dinosaur. Remember, this is a kindergarten level. Most of these children will be 3, 4, 5 years old. I want them to say the word red. Once they can say the word red, it is red, they can say that sentence, I'm going to start introducing some more words. But I'm not going to introduce the word dinosaur under any circumstances. Okay. So after we move on from the dinosaur slide, depending on the student on the dinosaur slide, I might start extending from this moment. So I like to extend as early as possible. The worst thing, in my opinion, that a teacher can do is get to slide. Like I said, this lesson has 17 slides. You get to slide 15 and you're on minute 15. You have 10 minutes left to fill, and the parents are going to know the lesson is over, and now you're just like trying to fill up this extra time. So I do my math and think, okay, I need to spend about a minute and a half to 2 minutes on every single slide in order to finish with 25 minutes and to show the parents that we had this great, fun, engaging lesson. Okay, so after you go to the dinosaur slide, on the dinosaur slide, sorry, let me back up. One thing you can do to extend here is you could talk about big and little. There's a small little dinosaur in the corner. So I use my arms and I go, Oh, small dinosaur, small. Again, I'm not asking them to even repeat the words, I'm just letting them hear that big. And they might say big and small. They might repeat those. Okay, so on to the next one. This is an interactive slide. Anytime you see a word on the interactive lessons, you can click on that word and a voice is going to repeat it. and all different types of voices. So on this one, I'm going to click the word red, and a man is going to come on and say red. Then there's also this like tube of paint you can click on, and it's going to splatter. I circle that and say, what color is it? I say, what do you see? Okay, great. Yes, let's move on. Next, we're moving on to the lollipop. Okay, so on this slide, there's just two lollipops that the student sees, and it's just like this wonderful candy land. So I'm going to come onto this slide and say, oh, wow. Again, I say wow and whoa almost on every single slide. Wow, what do you see? I see candy. And I've got a couple pieces of candy I'm going to hold up and candy. Yum, 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 yum. Candy. Okay. And then they can click on the lollipop, and the lollipop is going to get big, and then it's going to get small. So again, I'm using these words big, 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 small, 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 big, 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 small, 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 small. And they love it. They think that is so much fun. I am on level 10 during a trial lesson. I've got all my TPR out. I'm smiling the entire time. My energy is high because I want the student more than anything to have fun. I want them to feel confident. I want the parents to be taking pictures and recording this lesson because I want them to come back and sign up for lessons at gogokid. I want them to feel good and want to come back and try another lesson, sign up for a block of lessons. That is the point of a trial. You are the salesperson, you are a teacher, you are everything. They only get one trial. So it's like their one shot at signing up with gogokid. Okay, so the next slide, depending on how the lesson has been going so far, if the student has said red, it is red. The next slide has 5 different radishes on it. 2 of them are white and 3 of them are red. So they're supposed to click on the red radishes and the radishes will go into a basket. This is a great slide to introduce counting. So I will say, oh, every single slide, oh, wow, look, what do you see? And this is a great time to count. I see 5. Okay, so let's count 1, 2, and I write directly on each radish. We count to 5 multiple times, and then I turn the clicker back on or the pointer back on, and I'm going to let them pick the red ones, and the red ones will go into the basket through the interactive. Now, if I think that they can handle some extension, I'm going to introduce the word white because there are 2 white radishes that are not red. And when you click on them, they do this wah, wah type sound. The kids love it. They love, bad. So I make a big deal about that. No, not red. No red. It is white. And the whole time I'm trying to get them to pull that sentence. It is red. It is white. Now, white is a little bit of a difficult word. You might get wit. So we go over white quite a few times. And if they can't say it, again, that is okay. Just exposing them to some new words. On the next slide, there's a house with like a mushroom roof, and they circle the red roof. On the next slide, same thing. You're going to click the word red. It is red. Keep wanting to pull out that sentence. It is red. What do you see? I see red. It is red. We circle the red, like the red flowers in the tree. We're going to circle those. And then we get to a slide that most of the students really like a lot, a race car, a red race car. So the students will click the race car and it will go down the track and make some fun noises. Again, it is red. I'm going to also introduce the word car. So I have my props are kind of everywhere right now, but I do have, I also have a little card that shows car, and we can introduce the word car. I am more organized in an actual lesson, I promise. Okay, so after that, we're going to go and there will be a balloon. They can click the balloon goes up and it goes down. So 2 more words that you could introduce if you want to introduce more vocabulary during this lesson. I keep it very basic. Up, down. Balloon is a pretty difficult word, so I probably would not introduce the word balloon, but I would say, what color is it? It is red. Yes, Great. It is red. And all throughout the lesson, I didn't mention this, but I'm giving my rewards. So I like to give stars about you have 5 stars and you have 25 minutes. So I usually give a star every like 3 to 4 minutes. I'm giving a star. And then for trials, I always use ice cream. So alternating every couple minutes, I'm giving ice cream. So ice cream, star. Ice cream, star. They're constantly getting rewarded. They're getting a little bit of a break. I make a big deal about the star. I act like it's coming from, my hands and I'm giving it to them. When I give them ice cream, we talk about the color of the ice cream and we talk numbers. So their first ice cream, one ice cream, one blue ice cream. And I will pull up blue, have them say the word blue, purple, red, and we count the ice cream. And we do that every single time they get a star. We do that every single time they get an ice cream. Okay, so there's a couple more slides. There's one with a robot. So I pretend to be a robot. What color is it? It is red. Circle the robot. I might introduce the word head. The circle the robot's head. Again, it completely depends on the student. If the student has been participating quite a bit, you have more leniency to extend. If you have not gotten red or it is red from the student, you are still repeating red. It is red over and over and over. You want them to say red, it is red before they exit. And then we have one of the last slides is two people sitting at the kitchen table and they have an orange and an orange juice. So that's a great opportunity to introduce the word orange if they're ready. Again, orange is a difficult word to say, but it's great for them to hear orange. They like to learn their colors. Learning their colors is a very basic skill when you're learning a new language. People like to learn greetings, they like to learn colors, they like to learn how to count. It's very natural for children, especially, to want to learn their colors and say their colors. Another color that I introduced during this lesson is green, because on one of the slides there's a clothesline with a red shirt and a green shirt. And the student again will pick, it is red? No, it is green. That's when you introduce again and you're pulling that sentence. They love saying no to the teacher. So if I will, it is red? Is this red? What color is this? No, red. And I laugh about it and make a big deal. This is not red. Green. It is green. Great job. Okay, then we're going to go back and we're going to sing. We're going to listen to the goodbye song again, or the red song again. So, same song as we heard before. What color is it? It is red. And I'm pulling out all my red things again. What? And we're just listening. What color is it? Got my mango from Fruits. It is red. Okay, if I find that I need more time, again, I'm constantly gauging my time, checking my time throughout to make sure that I'm properly. I will say I have extended so much that I'm rushing at the end. And then there have been a few times where I have ran out of content at the end and I need to do a filler. Um, One of my favorite things to do as an extension when I'm in the interactive classroom is to pop over to the whiteboard feature. I love the whiteboard feature. It's my favorite thing about the interactive classroom, period. You can pop over to the whiteboard feature. I allow the student to practice drawing circles. I allow the student just to scribble. I will allow them to change colors. Really, I just will give them a little bit of free time. It's a little bit of a brain break and it's fun. Again, we want the student to have fun during a trial and they're learning. I'm talking to them the entire time. Let's draw a circle. Okay. And I'm showing them what a circle is. Or we're talking about different colors. I'll draw with one color and say, is this red? And yes or no, it is. So those are just some of the ways that I extend. Feel free, tell me the ways that you extend. Drop them in the comments below. I'm also going to link my Facebook group if you want to join and learn anything more about gogokid. If you're interested in applying, I love working for this company. It is so fun to work for a new company. I also still work for VIP Kid, and they are a great pairing of companies to work for both. The way their schedules and lessons kind of lined up, it makes a really good match. So if you have any questions, if you want to chat with me anymore, please drop a comment below, or you can email me at marymacklin7@gmail.com. Okay, thanks guys so much. Happy teaching.